If William Davidson's business philosophy could be boiled down to a single phrase, it likely would have been 4 simple words. It can be done. Bill Davidson was born on December 5, 1922 in Detroit, Michigan. He attended Detroit public schools, graduating from Central High School in 1940. After serving in the U.S. Navy during World War II, he earned a degree in business administration at the University of Michigan in 1947, followed by a law degree from Wayne State University in 1949. After 3 years of practicing law, Davidson turned his attention to business. In 1957, Davidson was named president of Guardian Glass Company, a family-owned business that under his leadership became one of the world's leading manufacturers of glass products for commercial, residential, and transportation applications.
Among his major features, he was a very disciplined and quite visionary entrepreneur. When he first took over Guardian Industries, which goes back to the 1950s, it was a struggling company, but he thought about its market, its vision, its products, and really put together plans to make it the very successful company it is today.
Over the years, Davidson also became known as a professional sports owner. He led the Detroit Pistons, the Detroit Shock, and the Tampa Bay Lightning to world championships all in the same year. Davidson's other passion was philanthropy, giving more than $200 million in donations to local and international charities, hospitals, and universities in his lifetime. In 1992, he donated $30 million to establish the William Davidson Institute at the University of Michigan.
He always loved the business school. He came to every visiting committee meeting. He didn't usually say very much, but when Bill spoke up, everybody listened. And when, as the new dean of the business school, I turned to Bill for help, he was right there in a huge way. Bill was really special, and I have the greatest respect for him and very, very fond memories of him.
Bill Davidson's legacy lives on today at the University of Michigan, through his foundation, throughout the Detroit metro area, and around the world. Bill Davidson never looked back, didn't second guess, never talked about regrets. He was always casting an eye to the future with optimism.
That was his philosophy. If there was no leader, he was going to be the leader. And that's who he was. He was really particularly good at being present with people. It's probably a lot more difficult nowadays to do that, but I bet he could do it still. What he really believed in was leaders, and then he wanted to be able to make investments in those leaders. What would my father say if you guys were interviewing him 25 years after the establishment of the William Davidson Institute? Well, since he was a man of few words, he might just look around and say, "Pretty good."